Hey, hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me again. This is becoming a really, really good experience. Thank you again, as I said, for joining me. As you can tell, I have let today's question tick by. I'm going to pop it on here so you can see it. So the question today is, do I really need a trademark? And it ties into the other comment that ticks by underneath it, which is, oh, but I've already, registered with Companies House here in the UK. This is for the UK specifically. Wherever you are, it may be called something slightly different. And also, well, I've already registered the domain name. So these are three completely different things. So let's start out with the first one. Do I really need a trademark? Yes, you do. That's the short answer, the ultra short answer. Because if you are somebody who has created a system, a program, a product, a process that you are taking people through, and hello. Hi, Richard. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate that. So the question I'm answering at the moment is, do I really need a trademark? And I was going to go into that. So thank you, by the way, for saying hello to me. I really appreciate that. That makes it so much more fun. So do I really need a trademark? And yes, you do, because you are somebody who has put a lot of time, money, and energy into creating whatever it is that you've created, the program, the system, the process. Hello, Sam. How lovely to see you. Hello, Marie. Marie. So lovely to see you all. Hello, MJ. Nice to see you. And Marie says that she's unsure, that she can't see or hear anything. Marie, maybe you could head over to my YouTube channel. I don't have a link for it right now, but you could search for the Empress of Trademarks. Let me know, people, if you can hear and see me, because that's really important. I have had issues with the internet, so it would be great to hear if Richard can. Oh, it's good now. Thank you, Marie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, great. Lovely to have you all here. So as you can tell, the question is, do I really need a trademark? And I will go over it again because you have joined me and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It makes it so much more fun for me. So do I really need a trademark? And because you are somebody, and Sam says that she can see and hear me fine. Thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. So let's go back to the question. So you are somebody who has created either a program, a system, or a process, or you've written a book, or you have created a product, whatever it is. I mean, I have written this book. This is my intellectual property, right? So, and this is my trademark. Of course, you know that. And because I'm me, of course, I've put my trademark on every single page in here. And this is just one of the things that you can do. You can put it into your book. You can, and Richard can hear and see me. That's great. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So you can put your trademark onto various other things. I've got another little example for you here. Let me see. Sorry about the rustling. So these are little greeting cards that I have made, and I've put my trademark onto that as well. And these are just little examples to show you that actually, once you've got your trademark, and this is, of course, a banner that I've put my trademark onto so that when I go out to networking events and I'm allowed to put it up in the room, this is what I do. So the question of, do I really need a trademark, which is this one, ties in then to, well, I've already registered my business name or whatever it is with Companies House. And the thing is, my trademark is the name of my business. It does not have to be that way. It may be that you've got a business name and then you've got something that is completely unique to what it is that you do, and that is your trademark, and that you put onto all the things that you have created. If any of you fantastic people who have joined me live today have any questions, pop them in the chat so that I can see them. I would absolutely love that, because this is also what it's about. It's about me answering your questions while you're here with me live. Oops, there are new comments. And Gabriel Flores has joined us. I hope that you can hear me now. Yeah, well, okay. He's saying hopefully can connect soon. Have a great stream. Thank you very much, Gabriel. I appreciate that. So kind of you. So anyway, let's go back to, well, I've actually registered my domain name. And again, I was fast and I got my trademark registered as my domain name. You may not be able to do that for whatever reason. Don't fret, because it's not nearly as important. The protection for the trademark is way stronger. So just be aware of that. Let me just give the link to my branded YouTube channel for those of you who cannot hear and see me. I've put it in the comments. Oh, we've got Jenny Kovacs in the house, and she has got a question for me. So those of you who cannot see me right now, please head on over to my YouTube channel. If you can't click the link, just search for The Empress of Trademarks and you will find it. Thank you so much. And Jenny is asking me a question. What kind of trademark do you need when your IP is being shared in companies through trainings and talks, etc.? So this is exactly a really great question, Jenny. Thank you so much for asking me this question. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to answer each of your questions as they come through. So Jenny is the first one who's asked me a question, and she says, what kind of trademark do you need when your IP is being shared in companies through trainings and talks, etc.? So there isn't a different type of trademark. What is important when you go into these types of companies is that your trademark is actually registered. If you've just got the TM like this, loads of questions are popping in. That is so cool. If you see this next to anything, it only shows your intention to have this as your trademark. It does not give you any form of protection. Let's go back to Jenny's question here. So the important thing is when you share stuff in trainings and talks, if you have any material that you are giving out to the people that you're training, remember to put a copyright clause at the bottom of every single page. This is also something I can help you with. If you have any doubts, you can reach out to me. You can just send me a direct message here on LinkedIn. If you've got my email, you can shoot me an email. And otherwise, you can book a discovery session with me. So it's important that your trademark is registered, Jenny. It is also important that you've got copyright clauses. And when you've got your registered trademark, which is the R in the circle, you can't see that on this one because this was created way before I actually registered it. I was being a little bit swift off the mark back in the day, and that's totally fine. So let's move on to the next question from Marie Grace Knudsen. How can I apply trademark for my systems and procedure? So what you do is you take out a trademark. This is my trademark, as I've told you before. And as I showed you, I have put it onto every single page in my book. So that's one way of doing it. So once you've got your trademark and it's registered, you've gone through the process and everything is hunky-dory and you've got the R in the circle, that's when you pop it onto everything that you've got. All the training material, your website. If you take a look at my website, which is, let me pop that in. So here we go. This is my trademark. If you have a look over there, I've got my trademark on there. So anything that you've got, you put your mark onto as soon as it's registered. And the TM does not give you any kind of protection, so don't even try. All right? It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your energy. So we have got Richard, who's asking me a question. Would you advise buying .net as well as .com? How many places do we need to register our trademark? Michael Harmon, perhaps you might like to join this conversation. I don't know who Michael Harmon is. So the thing with domain names, as you are asking about here, Richard, is that .net and .com, they are domain names and they are various different suffixes. I would say it's up to you which domain names you buy, so that you feel that you are covered. I'm not going to say that you have to have 1 or 2 or 10. It's up to you. That is your discretion. You choose. So it's what you want to do with it. There are no rules for that. So it's completely up to you. Let's move on to the next. Marie has a second question. Do I need to trademark my domain and company? You can't necessarily do that. I have done it because I was swift out of the gate. This is what I do. I know about these things. I do not expect you to have the same insight and knowledge. Don't forget, I've studied the law. I have specialized in intellectual property and trademarks in particular. So don't fret. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. But they may not, you don't need to have your domain name and your business name as trademarks. As long as you've got one trademark, you can pop that onto many things. Is that helpful, Marie? I hope it is. And we've got Philip also asking me a question. Hi, Celeste. Would it be possible for you to give us an overview of the difference between trademarking, copyright, and IP? So IP, Philip, this is a really good question as well. IP is the umbrella, and IP stands for intellectual property. So my book is about all the different types of intellectual property. So if you have any doubts as to what's out there, pop over to my website and go on to the tab called, what's it called? Published, or something, I can't remember. And you've got my book. You've got the I think you've got my book already, Philip, haven't you? But you can buy the book, and if you buy the physical copy, I can write a dedication to you. If you buy the ebook, I can't do that. And soon you will have the opportunity to buy my audiobook as well. Marie says, thank you. You are so welcome. Let's go back to Philip and share the differences between these things. So intellectual property, as IP is the abbreviation for, is intellectual property. So you've got copyrights, trademarks, patents. Sorry about that. I've got little reminders on my phone. Don't let that distract you. I'm not going to let it distract me. Copyrights, trademarks, patents, design. So when I wrote this book of mine, Philip, and I believe you got a copy, is that correct? Am I remember that correctly? Do correct me if I'm wrong. The fact that it's got my thumbprint on it and it's my unique way of expressing myself, copyright is automatically created for that. You do not have to register it anywhere. The Americans will always suggest that you do that because in America, they're highly litigious and they like to register as many things as possible. What you need to do is to register it with Copywriters Guild in America. I do believe there is a copyright office as well. Do not try to go on to other types of companies because they do not have the same authority. So it has to be government regulated here in the UK. I do not accept people's material for copyright purposes because I do not have storage space for that. So if you are wanting to register it, go onto the governmental sites for that. You don't need to, it's not necessary, but you can do it. It's totally up to you. What I've done, as you've heard me say, and you've got my book, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Let's go back to your question again. So as you know, this is by the way, this is one of the things in my book. There is the 100 top trademarks back from 2019 when I was putting the final edits in this book. But what I've done, as you can tell, is I've got to see if I can stop covering it with my fingers. There we go. I've put my trademarks in on every single page in my book. And this is what you can do once you've got your registered trademark. So I hope this is helpful to you all. Does anybody have any other questions? Please pop them in so that I can take a look at them and see if I can answer them. Philip, do let me know if this was helpful to you about the intellectual property. So I'm going to take this off again. And so we've spoken about, I've already registered at Companies House and I've already registered the domain name. And do not fret because these are completely different things to your trademark. And you may or may not be able to register what you are using as your trademark, as your business name, and as your domain name. If you can't do that, there's no need to panic. So Marie is asking how much a trade TM. So I'm assuming that you're not going to use that but you're using that short for trademark here. Because normally I would say, I would spell out trademark, but okay, no worries. So she's asking me how much does it cost roughly? Well, it doesn't cost nearly as much as all the horrible, horrible hassle you will have to go through in legal fees when you don't have a registered trademark and you have had somebody infringe upon your rights and you have to start all over again. And you have to rebrand and you have to make your clients understand that this is actually something positive that's happening for you. That can be a really tough one. So that's all I'm going to say on that score, Marie. Any more questions? And if you would like it, do feel free to book a discovery session with me. I shall pop in the link in my comments here if I am capable of finding the right link. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So here is the link. Marie is saying, thank you. You're so welcome, Marie. So this is the link to my online calendar through which you can book a time slot that suits you. I shall pop it in. It is available on my LinkedIn profile, I'm pretty sure. If you have any doubts, just shoot me a direct message on LinkedIn and I will throw it to you. And Marie is asking, could she have the link? Of course you can, Marie. There is absolutely no problem. I shall get it to you. If we're not connected, do reach out and connect with me and write that you've been on my live and you would like my discovery link. You are so welcome, Marie. She is saying thank you. Does anybody else have any comments, any questions? If not, I will wrap it up because I do know that your time is precious, as is mine. So if there are no further questions, I shall wrap it up. And don't forget to connect with me here on LinkedIn or on YouTube. I realize that this is also going out on YouTube, and I shall make the link available both on YouTube and on MJ Mayer is also saying thank you. Thank you to you, MJ. It was great to see you. I thank you for the support. So I shall, Sam is also saying thank you for a great session. Thank you to you, Sam. Thank you for showing up. It's so appreciated. I appreciate all of you. Again, if you would like a free discovery session, which is 15 minutes long, and Richard is saying thank you. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the support, because it's so much more fun when I have you to interact with and you put questions to me. It makes it more interactive, which is what this is all about. Again, the link is being put in here. And if you can't click it, then Sam is saying would be a great session on how to avoid infringement on web usage. We can talk about that next time, Sam. I shall make a note of that for you. And we will talk about that next time. How is that? And it's always on Tuesdays, always 12 o'clock UK, 1 o'clock Central European time. Philip is also saying thank you. Thank you to you, Philip. Again, I do really, really appreciate all of you for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure for me. I look forward to being of service to all of you out there when it's relevant for you. So let's wrap this up for today. I look forward to seeing you out in the real world, either at networking events or training events or whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much again. I am so appreciative of you all. Bye for now. Have a fantastic day.